but we get ready to go Mod Light Heat Racing from Bakersfield. We go green.
Into turn number 1 for the Mod Light. 6 of these machines, 8 laps will complete a heat race. Taking the early lead, the 15 machine Tommy. We saw him racing another machine last weekend, Mark McCaslin.
Oh, hobby stocks and Mod Lights.
On the inside, the 78, red, white, and blue, that's Roy Maynard Jr. The 14 machine who's getting in the mix, J.D. Brown trying to find his way to the lead. Other cars in this race, the 23 of Jake Pike, the 71 who started on the pole, Candy Varney, and rounding out the field, the number 68 of Caden McCaslin. So 2 McCaslins in this heat race. Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
We're racing.
We're racing. We are not at the track we were scheduled to be this weekend. Trevor, I'm sure you can fill us in as to why.
So, folks, if you look up in the sky, you'll see clouds. And sometimes clouds bring with them fruits that we sometimes like and sometimes we do not. On a Saturday, we do not appreciate the rain as much as every other day of the week out here in California. But Tommy, it was raining down at Irwindale Speedway. So we picked up our stuff and said, well, time to go up north. We're here at Bakersfield Speedway. Jumping to the lead, the 14 machine in this first heat race of the night, J.D. Brown taking it from McCaslin. And here comes Maynard to try to close it into battle.
Maynard's got a good-looking number 78 machine. McCaslin, we talked about it last weekend in the Hobby Stocks. He's a graduate of the Okie Bowl Hardtops going into the Hobby Stocks, but now he's slimming down into the Mod Lights.
6 laps in, 2 laps to go. Picking up the left side tires is the 14 of Brown. However, he continues to pull away from second and third place in this field. Brown looking good for tonight, Tommy. We're going to be talking about the changing track conditions we're going to be seeing, because essentially what they're racing on isn't what the track had in mind when they were setting things up. Because it has rained here. Just about an hour ago, we saw moisture falling from the sky. They had to put a lot of vehicles on the track. Use the hot laps. You see Maynard slip up, but he holds on to second. Winning this heat race is the 14 of Brown. Third was McCaslin. And then rounding out this field, we had the 23 finishing fourth. That was Pike. 5th place of Candy Varney. And 7th. I went from 5th to 7th. 6th place, the 68 of Caden McCaslin. So that's only Park.
We were not there, but he will tumble into the wall. Into turns number 1 and 2. We were talking about
1 lap completed. And then on race marker, you can pick up the
7 laps to go. 4 cars on track. Started with 6. Narrowed down the field a little bit. Good to see Jerry Filippo climb out of his machine after its tumble into the wall.
Yeah, big time.
That's the thing with these cars, Tommy, is we've seen these things have a wild ride before.
Mm-hmm. One of the drivers that we saw do something somewhat similar was one of our local Irwindale racers, Ricky Lewis, who helped start the division out here in Bakersfield. Getting ready for the restart, we go back to green lap number 1. And it's Zach Forrester leading us away in the number 11 machine. Cheyenne Flippo in the second spot. I'm sure she was not happy to see brother tip it over in turns number 1 and 2.
5 divisions racing tonight. You see the Mod Lights on track. IMCA stock cars, IMCA modifieds, hobby stocks, and American stocks all racing here. And I'd say the 11 car appears to have filled under his thumb. I'm sinking.
Sinking?
I don't know why.
Where are you sinking from?
I don't know why.
Sinking? Or are we sinking from the top of this roof?
We're sinking. Things are getting sideways. Thank you.
Good?
Do we have a leg going bad?
It's probably my leg going bad. Maybe your leg. Maybe you're the one that's sinking.
Maybe. Well, lap 6 is on the board. 2 laps to go for this 11 machine.
he's going to be coming back soon in the modifieds. Hopefully he doesn't do what he did in this heat race, but down the back straightaway and into turn number 3 and 4, unchallenged here tonight in heat number 2. Zach Forrester taking the checkered flag. Flippo in second, and third is Forrester. Oh no!
And again, that's Cheyenne Flippo.
Correct. In the 7P machine. I apologize. I missed that pass. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Looks like the right front's broken on the 76 of Jones, you see in the infield. So, not sure when that would have happened. But we have heat race number 3 of 4 for the Mod Lights coming on out. Impressive field for them tonight. I think they got just within the range of a B main event, which is really good signs for this division. A lot of new cars I'm seeing out here. I hear you.
All right, here we go.
We're
Heat
giving the
number
one
3.
to go for the Heat 3 in the Mod Lights. Kenny Cochran will start on the pole in that number 6 machine. Outside row number 1, the 70 machine of Anthony Balcazar. Row number 2 inside the 23K is Caden Cochran. And there should be on the outside of row number 2 the 171 of Tim Varney. Not out here in this heat race. Should have been, I lied, there's only 3 heats for the Mod Lights, by the way. But, yeah. Didn't make it out here. Jeff Thompson in the 12 and Colin Hibden in the 48. Green flag is out, and listen to the high shrill of the 48 car.
Jetsons. Meet your Jetson.
3 wide out of turn number 2. And Thompson looking for early goodness. It's Balcazar leading. The number 70 machine, Thompson on the outside in the 12, went from the back to second spot. 23K, Caden Cochran in third. And the car that started on the pole, Kenny Cochran in the number 6.
Ooh, that 23 getting a little crazy. Kind of remind me of Flippo a lap ago.
But how can you not admire the 48?
Yeah, that thing, it's got either a different engine or a different exhaust setting.
Like, I'm waiting for it to blow up right now.
Well, that thing could just be a different motor in the 48.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
Good looking car, sounds though. Like a really, really high RPM. But you might be right. Maybe it's a different exhaust system. I don't know. Maybe got a whistle tip.
His whistle tip goes whoop whoop.
Well, this is a pretty single file heat race we have on hand. Lap number 5 on the board, 3 laps to go.
Tonight we also have more than just Model Light racing. We have hobby stocks, American stock, IMCA modifieds, and the IMCA stock car.
Oh yeah.
So happy to have you here with us live on lowbudget.tv.
White flag. Balcazar taking it. 1 lap to go. No change for position. It will be out of turn number 4. The 70 machine of Anthony Balcazar taking the checkered flag. The 12 of Jeff Thompson. And the 23 of Caden Cochran rounding out the top 3. 6 is Kenny Cochran. That is the number 6, not in 6th. He finishes 4th. And 5th place finisher, the 48 of Colin Hibden. Hopefully we see Tim Varney for the main event because he did not make it out for his heat race.
Could be something mechanical, maybe after the hot laps or something.
Maybe he's afraid of the rain.
Here comes the rain again.
IMCA stock cars, heat race number 1.
Heat number 1. As we get ready to rock and roll for the IMCA stock cars, it'll be the number 26. That is Steven Johnson. Going to be starting on the pole to his outside. I guess it'd be the car owner, the number 59 of Mike Hill Jr. the 111 machine, that is Chad Johnson. Troy Petit in the 45 to his outside. And the last row has the number 1 of Alan Mendez and the 41 of Matt Brumley. 8-lap heat race, IMCA stock cars. We go green.
These were the first cars to get on track. If anything, the tracks changed the most for this division.
Yeah, it's a lot more dry.
Yeah, because they were on track just before the water started to fall from the sky earlier during hot laps. We had a big break between then and getting this track to where it is now. So a lot of these drivers might be dealing with a bit of a different track than they saw during hot laps.
Which will be interesting, Jeffrey. Plenty of moisture in the racetrack, it seems. So we're going to not only have some fast racing, but it'll see where all the cars stack up as we go racing. Is the groove going to be on the high side? Is it going to be down low? Is it going to be multiple grooves from the wall to the tires? As we see Michael Jr. leading over Johnson, and Mendez. Single file race so far, lap 3 of 8. Make a 4 at the stripe, halfway through heat number 1 for the IMCA stock cars. Johnson might be closing in, but it's Hill that has the better exit of these corners.
Way wide was the 41 machine out of turn number 4.
Brumley making it exciting. Yeah, Johnson is slowly gaining on Michael Jr.
Tommy, that 45 machine, the Petit's usually someone we see battling for a win at the end of the night.
Yeah, maybe he's kind of reading the track as well. So like you said, Jeffrey, we might be seeing some of these drivers have to make some adjustments between hot laps and the main events. I'm loving the 111 machine, Chad Johnson. He is taking that left front tire and trying to get the least amount of wear out of it. The white flag waves. Johnson on the bumper of Hill, down on the turn number 1, taking a look down low. A couple of battles on the racetrack for the lead and for 4th. Petit to the inside of Mendez, but through turns number 3 and 4, Michael Jr. holds off Steven Johnson to the stripe. Heat number 1 victory here at Bakersfield.
The van that we saw doing donuts in the dirt parking lot.
And
this is perfect because right now we just went live on Facebook. It's a live look and we're doing right now. And boy, do we have a story for you. Tommy, this van earlier, about an hour and a half ago, we walked into the facility. No, we were here about 2 hours ago, and we saw this van doing donuts out in the side over here, the lot that they have for semi-trucks. And we saw a police car, an ambulance, I think a fire truck at one point. I don't know what they did to this thing.
I tell you what, though, if there's a van to be doing donuts in, that's the one to do it.
I guess. Who would have thought? Huh?
I just wonder if he injured himself because there was an ambulance going that direction a little bit ago. Here we go, heat race number 1 for the Hobby Stocks. It's a real deal, Rick Childress and Travis Avila bringing the field to the green.
Tommy, I don't know about you.
I messed up.
But that's Mark Torres who just started on the front row. Like Tommy said, though, we're green flag racing Hobby Stock action here. Heat race number 1 for the Hobby Stocks.
I apologize. I just don't know who I should apologize to.
Woo, how about Mark Torres, who's leading the race right now? But to his inside, the number 5 machine, Raymond Nolan Jr. And some bumper action going on behind them. The battle for 3rd. Travis Avila. Oh, Torres is off the pace. That's going to slow Avila up. Jumping to 2nd is the 37 machine of Aaron Stewart. The 4 machine of Jaden Schweitzer now 3rd. 4th is the 16 machine of Tyler Blankard. And we will see the yellow flag here on lap number 2 because Torres is so upset that you called him the wrong name that he's not even willing to pull it off the track.
Hang on, let me go down there real quick. Hang on,
he's waiting.
Hang on. I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to call you the real deal. Did that work?
Looked like it'll probably take him a day or 2, but
let me help him. I'm going to help push.
You got to push harder, man. Here, let me help you. Let me help you.
Please. Hang on, we're helping. Hang on.
Here. All right.
Wait.
All right.
We're getting it. Hang on. Hey, put it in neutral, Mark. Mark, put it in neutral real quick. Thank you. All right, there we go. Look at that. Look how strong we are. Right out of the screen. Get him out of our screen.
That's just how accommodating we are here at Low Budget TV. Again, want to welcome everyone in that's watching this live look in here from Bakersfield Speedway. We were supposed to be at a different racetrack tonight. However, the rain stopped that racing action. We're now here at Bakersfield Speedway, the third mile, full of action, and you're about to see why here on this live look-in. But Tommy, we have a whole night of action to go, and folks, all you have to do is click the link going to lowbudget.tv. Join us for the whole night. You don't want to miss the 5 sets of racing action we'll see tonight. 5 racing classes on tap. Green flag is in the air. One car in this field that I didn't mention, that's the 46 of Brian Childress.
And that's a name worth mentioning.
What?
I said that's a name worth mentioning all the time. He's on the racetrack.
Yeah. So again, welcome in. Enjoy the races.
We're going to have some good racing here tonight. Of course, you can check this out live on lowbudget.tv in high definition, standard definition, and high quality if you're a middle-of-the-road type of person. So full HD and all the good stuff. Enjoy our little look-in. It's only a little part-time thing, so don't get too excited if you're on Facebook taking a little free preview.
I want to mention that racing tonight is we're on lap 5 of 8, 3 laps to go. Stewart's starting to close in on Raymond Nolan Jr., Tommy. And this is interesting because Stewart hasn't really been behind the wheel that much this year.
Yeah, Dakota Brown piloting the 37 for the races that Aaron cannot race in. So both drivers doing part-time in one vehicle.
Well, I think Aaron's going to start regretting he hasn't been driving it all year. He's right now racing for the lead. Raymond Nolan Jr., however, is going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. Stewart did not have the best exit on turn number 4, and he's going to lose a little bit of time on Raymond Nolan Jr. Schweitzer still in third. Smoking now is the 46 of Brian Childress, but he's in 4th. Checkered flag going to go to the number 5 machine of Raymond Nolan Jr. Stewart finishes 2nd. Schweitzer 3rd. Childress will take the 4th spot with Avila and Blankard rounding out the field of cars running. It was Torres who didn't finish the race. And that is a bummer. More heat race action to come for the hobby stocks.
Jeffrey said we pulled into the property here to get set up for a good night of racing. And we noticed some dust going off behind the grandstands, like you had said, in the truck yard. So with that dust, we came up here to check it out, and we saw that white van, camper van, busting out some donuts. Good ones, by the way. I mean, those things, though, he had those back wheels spinning pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
All the credit to him. I mean, he was dusting us up. But I believe someone either on their property or on the track property called the sheriff's department, to which they pulled onto the property on the wrong side. So if you look here, this is the other side. This is someone else's driveway.
With a beautiful bus, by the way.
Beautiful bus. But once the sheriffs got to here, they couldn't figure out how to get down to there. There's no way. It's just a little, it's a bunch of rocks and weeds and bushes, and couldn't have worked out. So I believe an hour later, we saw the ambulance, we saw the police, we saw the flatbed come up and get that van. So either someone fell out of the van or it rolled over. Or maybe a little bit of both. Let's see if I can get the lineup right this time around. How about this? Heat number 2, Hobby Stocks, the real deal Rick Childress will start on the pole. We go green. Don Mead in the 99, the 52X of Anthony Sly, the number 91 of Wonkum, the 62 Tate Loftus, and the 10 of Trevor Baker.
Last weekend, the 62 machine. Wait,
it's tied over in turn number 2.
I was just going to say the 62 of Loftus. We saw that car climb the wall, work a really high line in. Talk about looking for the cushion, Tommy. He was on the cushion that you're not supposed to get to.
He found the 90-degree banking. Yeah. Marcus Wonkum. Stay up that wall. Stay up that wall. Marcus Wonkum around in turn number 3. Lap number 2, he backs it up and continues on. Don Mead hard on the gas, trying to close in on your leader, Rick Childress, through turns number 3 and 4. He's there, but he's got to get by him. Tate Loftus battling to the inside for the second spot. Good racing action here in the Hobby Stocks. Like you said, Jeffrey, last Saturday night, these drivers stole the show by putting on another fabulous Hobby Stock race. 3 wide up front for the lead for a second. Loftus now goes from the second spot, trying for the lead underneath Rick Childress.
Now, Tommy, if you're Rick Childress, you just got hit twice now in the left rear. Are you thinking it's Loftus that's hitting you?
Exactly. He's got the black and the white car. He can't really tell. I don't know if he really cares, to be honest with you, because he's got that lead, and he's doing his best to keep him behind. They want it, but they've got to get by the 44 to get that lead.
Look at the run from Mead.
He had to slam on the brakes there. Trevor Baker, Sly battling behind him, but we got a 3-car battle for the lead. Loftus out of turn number 4 takes the lead. Lap number 6. 2 laps to go. Battles all throughout this Hobby Stock race. And this is something that we're used to seeing here at Bakersfield with the division.
See a change for position for 4th. Baker going to take it away.
White flag's going to be waving for Tate Loftus in number 62. We saw him pounding on the side of that machine, or we saw a screw guy pounding on the side saying they've got something for these drivers tonight. Well, it's looking good in the heat races. He's not on the wall and he's in the lead. Checkered flag flies. Tate Loftus cruises to victory out of turn number 4. Childress second, Mead third, Baker fourth, Sly fifth, and Marcus Wonkum, after his spin in turn number 3, never lost a lap, backed it up and continued on. He'll round out our Hobby Stock heat. So for those of you on Facebook, we want to know where you're watching from. And if you have a dog in the fight,
those of you on lowbudget.tv, we want to hear
all
from
of
you
you
too.
We want to know.
We want the answers. All right. Heat race number 3, Hobby Stocks. Perry Alderman Jr. in the 52 machine starting on the pole with the 4P of Chris Settlemeyer to his outside. Green flag in the air. 8 laps to finish it off for the Hobby Stocks in the heat races tonight. A lot of these machines getting geared up for the main event. Alderman not a great turns 1 and 2. It holds up. The 13 machine slows him down just a bit. That's Kevin Irwin piloting that machine. 55 moves into second. Carl Nolan Sr. He's looking for the lead. Also in this race, the 15 of Mark McCaslin and the 3 machine of Jackie Roberts. Settlemeyer has the lead. A bit of puff of smoke.
Just a little bit. Making sure the car still has oil in it. Plenty of oil.
Carl Nolan Sr. is already getting the flag wagged at him.
Carl wants to win, man.
Flagmen say no bite. No bite.
Look at that front nose piece, and it is covered in clay for the 55 machine. Carl Nolan. Yeah. He might have to do what Joe Logano did in the Xfinity race.
You're right up on his bumper.
Oh, see, it's working. It's working.
Now he looks like he's missing a tooth.
Well, who isn't out here? I know we are.
Well, we're battling for the lead up here. Halfway through this heat race, lap 4 on, 4 to go. Oh, he's got his dirt back.
Yeah, he does.
That didn't take very long.
Good battle over there, nose to tail, trying to sort this one out. Who's going to go? Nolan using that cushion, if you will, building that cushion.
Tommy, I want to make it clear to those folks that are on the Facebook Live looking, as Settlemeyer goes way sideways and keeps it in front of Carl Nolan Sr. Sr. goes slow. Settlemeyer tries to hold him off, but Senior's like, I'm going to take up the whole track, buddy. 2 laps to go. Carl Nolan Sr., the 55, takes the lead. And I was just going to say, I want to make it clear to everybody, we've already rolled a car upside down here tonight. It's already been wild. It's only going to ramp up from here.
Yeah, Jeffrey, it's a tacky racetrack with the weather that we've been having. And then prepping probably for a dry track. We got a lot of moisture in this racetrack.
And checkered flag, Carl Nolan Sr. takes the victory at heat race number 3. Settlemeyer second, McCaslin third, Irwin Alderman Roberts. That is the finishing order for the heat race, the last heat race of the Hobby Sox. So Tommy, we're going to go ahead and let our producer know back at home that it is time to kill the live looking.
Well, I think the van has rolled over again.
Oh,
Here it
no,
comes.
not the van.
The van. I think he drove that van off of the car.
Well, we have the lights out. We're going
are
racing
ready
with
to go.
IMCA Modifieds.
Yeah, IMCA Modified Heat number 1. We wind them up and we go green. Leland Hibdon in the A machine, battling with the number 77. That is Nick Bartels. Kid Harley, we call him. Going for the lead there. Gets the lead. The 175, that is Ethan Dotson. The 06A machine of Mitchell Alsop. And rounding out the field.
The fire truck's in the race.
Hey, you got to battle when you can. 91 of Michael Scruggs.
Tommy, a couple of cars that either we haven't seen before or that we don't usually see.
Technically, there's 4 cars in this race that we have not seen race before. And that's Leland Hibdon in the number A machine. The 175 of Ethan Dotson. We don't think we've seen that chassis compete yet. Alsop, who's making a spin out of turn number 2.
Tommy, I heard that thing it almost sounded like it got on the rev limiter or something.
Yeah, you can see the puff of smoke. I wonder if it something fuel related flooded it down or distribution with power or something. Because you heard it come by and it sounded like a war zone.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got nervous that maybe there was a transmission issue.
Very true. Who knows? Well, he's trying to get fired up. Mitchell Alsop in the 06A. And Michael Scruggs driving the number 91 black machine. So I think there's 4 cars that we have not seen racing here on this racetrack. I do see the official looking for, it was a wheel cover.
They're looking for our cameras. They're like, why aren't they out there?
What the heck, man? What do you think, Jeffrey? When we can, should we try to put cameras on the track, or the wind is blowing? I'm afraid they're going to blow over.
Yeah.
Heat race. We're almost done heat racing tonight, which means if the track can, what they're probably going to do is go right into the main events. We might not see an intermission or anything. We're getting the one to go from the flag stand. Got 3 IMCA modified heat races. Lap 3 of 8. Here we go. Kid Harley, Nick Bartels, gonna bring this field back to the green flag through turns number 3 and 4. Stands on it, and we go back to green.
Saw Wild Bill in the pit area.
Hibdon, he's kind of bucking around over in turns number 1 and 2. He slips back to 3rd with Scruggs on his trail. He gets back on the gas, and we're all good. I love, you pointed this out, Jeffrey. Hibdon's wheel covers, those things are chromed out. I wonder how many times he has to wax those things throughout the night. Chrome.
Again from the 06.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I can't tell if those are backfires or if he's just really hard on the rev limiter. Ethan Dotson goes for a slide. That'll make the 2nd spot battle an easy one for Hibdon.
Interesting story. This car is not a car we usually see Ethan in. That's why the number is not the usual number we see. It's a compromise number. The driver who owns this car usually runs a 75.
Or 174. Yeah,
I'm talking about.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, Stevenson.
Oh,
yeah, Stevenson. He's normally 75, but he puts a 175 on it tonight. Nick Bartels, checkered flag in the modified heat race number 2. I apologize. This is modified heat race number 1. I got ahead of myself.
I honestly don't know what's been more like intense. If it's been what's inside this facility or what's been right outside, because we keep seeing all sorts of safety vehicles.
Something's going on around this property. It started with a van, and we've been seeing action all around.
It started with a Bakersfield tornado.
You're right.
So maybe we're in like the Twilight Zone or something, or Wizard of Oz.
I can't whistle the Twilight Zone theme apparently. Heat number 2 for the IMCA modifieds rolling on.
I know that's not only in the heat race, but side by side. And you know the sun is not going to take it easy on that. And you know that, yeah, you know that.
IMCA modifieds.
Now I remember you.
It's just, you know why? It's because it's a crazy day, that's why.
Yeah.
As you can see, folks, Low Budget TV, we're all about the fun. We want to make you feel like you're in the stands with us, enjoying a night of racing, cold beer in your hand, a warm snack on your lap, and we're watching some good old racing here on a Saturday night.
I'll be asking about that a little later on.
Well, I'll give you the phone because you're going to need the lineup on this one. And I'm going to need the camera in my hand so we can all see what's going on.
Yeah, you're right.
And the leg is leaning again.
So is this tripod going bad, or it just needs to be tightened, right?
I think it just needs to be tightened up. Tightened. Needs a more right rear spring. Lights out from the flag stand. A bit of an interesting story here for the 254 machine. This driver, everyone's favorite redneck.
Yep.
This driver started out his racing career driving enduro cars.
Yeah. And so did we. Well, actually, technically we didn't.
We started racing and then we gave up and went to enduro racing.
Yeah. Well, Tommy, starting on the front row of that 254, Garrett Burnett's green flag and contact. Jumping to the early lead, the 2J machine of Justin Schweitzer, 11XX is Brad Pounds, and the 1P machine, Scott Pounds. Lots of pounds in this race. If you're looking to lose weight, don't watch this one.
I like that. That was slick. Thank you. That was awesome.
Well, Tommy talked about how tacky this track is going to be because of all the moisture that's been in the area. And it's very cool, so it's not drying out.
Yeah. Plenty of speed in this racetrack here tonight. Schweitzer in the lead. Second spot is Pounds. Pounds is slowly starting to close in on the 2J machine. Down the back straight into turn number 3. Side by side through turns number 1 and 2. Pounds taking a look to the inside of Schweitzer. He's there. If there was door handles on these cars, they'd be door handle to door handle. Good racing
between Pounds and Schweitzer. Lap 5, 3 laps to go. Scott Pounds trying to close in on this, but it's really been these two. Entirety of the race, you see Pounds running a higher line right up to the wall there, using a lot of that cushion. White flag. Schweitzer. Pounds. Pounds. Not Pounds. Burnett. Through turns 3 and 4 the final time, it's going to be Justin Schweitzer in the number 2J machine, taking the checkered flag. Brad Pounds, Scott Pounds, and Burnett in the 254 machine. Rounding out 8 laps of mayhem. Folks, Wild Wayne Donson wanted to help us out here. He gave us hot dogs.
That's a good looking hot dog. Oh, you don't have any condiments on there.
No, I'm not. I'm not practicing safe eating.
No, you're not.
Nope.
Well, who would with something that looks like that?
I hear you. I only see 3 cars that pulled out on the track for this one.
I see what you're saying.
There should be 4.
And it makes sense that one of the drivers that should be in this one is a 13 of Jerry Flippo, who did take a nasty tumble earlier on.
Here's what I'm wondering though, Tommy. Is he sitting out this race because, hey guys, I don't feel good? Or is it because, hey guys, I'm trying to fix my mod light?
You might have a very true. We have seen Forrester tumble his Model Light into turn number 1 before and come back for the main event. So it can be done. Though Forrester, I don't think he got a piece of the wall.
Yeah, I'm still iffy on if the roll cage, that might be the bigger issue. You can see the winds blowing here. See the flags in the pit area.
But the sky is turning blue a little bit, you know, so we're starting to see some wind carry on our wayward son.
Yep.
But hopefully it just doesn't cry no more. Here comes the ambulance again. 3 wide start as we get ready to go racing. Cody Laney in the 196, that is Heckman in the 11, and the 72 of Kevin Irwin. I'm sorry, that is Rob Sanders. That is a Sandman. Out into the lead, the number 11 machine. I got a little ahead of myself on that name.
Tommy, I'm looking at the 11 machine. Look under, right behind, you see what I'm saying?
You see steam, that's actually coming from the exhaust. That's where the headers end, exhaust headers. So
I don't recall seeing it that predominant out of any other cars here tonight, though.
I believe that is probably one of the very few open motors that we have running alcohol, because you can smell it.
That's true. Good point. Good call.
So, but I'm not an engine guy, so I'm not too sure if that's what it is. Cody Laney in the number 96 machine in the second spot. Not really a lot of time being gained on the 11, but not really a lot of time being lost either. Then we got Kevin Irwin in the 72 pulling double duty here tonight, piloting Jackie Woods number 13 hobby stock, as well as his modified. So he's trying to get a handle on this racetrack through turns number 3 and 4 is your leaders. This track is fast. These drivers are not messing up below. Irwin up the track, taps the wall, and we go white flag. Irwin, I'm not sure. Seems to be some sort of a handling issue. Not a lot of damage from the 72. Turns 3 and 4, it's the 11 of Rob Sanders, the Sandman, checkered flag, heat number 3 for the IMCA Modifieds.
Final heat for the IMCA Modifieds. Next what they will do is their main events. All right, so this is kind of interesting, and I'll tell you once we get there. But starting on the pole in the American Stock Heat Race number 1, we have the 74 of Miranda Scott. Starting outside row number 1, the 14 machine of J.D. Mueller. Row number 2, inside the 13 machine of Lonnie Spiller. And I have down the car that was supposed to start outside of row number 2 was supposed to be the 7 of Gary Spiller Jr. However, the 3 of Brandon Ratcliffe, who was set to start 4th in the second heat race, is starting here. Don't know why. The 1-in machine, Nicholas Johnson, green flag is in the air for these 5 machines. Away we go.
They had to keep them separated. Oh, it's tight. Oh, we're made it through.
Oh, yeah. Tommy, American stocks don't get aggressive.
No, not at all. What are those steel bumpers for?
Nothing. Good looks.
Decoration.
You gotta keep them decorated. Lonnie Spiller in that 13 machine, Tommy. Really strong driver in the mini stocks. Kind of following the Spiller way as far as Gary. He started mini stocks and has now since got an American stock. I think Lonnie got jealous, said, hey, that looks fun. And Mueller almost gets into Scott for the lead. 14 Machines holding on to it, though. Having a good run.
Yeah, picking it up from last Saturday night out here at Bakersfield.
Oh, some contact there for the third spot. Ratcliffe getting into Johnson. 3 laps in, 5 laps to go. Scott continues to lead this race. That 74 car. And Radcliffe still hanging at loose blood. Gonna get the rebound on the meta side into turn number 1.
That bumper is in a precarious spot for Johnson. Ratcliffe easily could take that left rear tire out.
Mueller right now still holding on to the second spot, and into the wall goes Johnson.
It looked like a little bit of an overcorrection or something grabbed or what, but not sure what happened there.
I mean, Johnson able to continue on, Tommy, and that car, like he's going to finish this heat race.
That car just completely stepped out, and we know
he's not going to finish this heat race.
Yeah, there could be more issues. And I'm not sure if these issues right here are from the impact with the wall.
It kind of, to me, it looked like it was an overcorrection that got incredibly italicized by Ratcliffe, which I'm not putting the blame on Ratcliffe.
No, yeah.
He had nowhere to go. But I feel like once the two cars connected, the one car was facing the wrong direction for him to save it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's just that car stepped out in a big way.
I think the left front's broken on the car.
Something's an issue, yeah.
From
like,
the wall hit.
It did kind of look like a steering issue.
What the hell was that?
Someone's throwing trees up.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Jeffrey, like you said, that could be a ball joint issue or something.
Now, Tommy, from your experience, is that something that they can fix in time for the main event?
Possibly. You know, it helps if you have spares. That's the first thing.
Let's say you do. Let's assume you do.
Yeah, I mean, if there's, well, now that after he hit the wall and everything, if there's not other issues. But, you know, interesting enough, Nicholas Johnson did not start last night's Kern County Raceway American Stock main event. So maybe these are continuous issues. Maybe something was going on there for the 1N machine. But on the results that we took a look at before we got here, the 1N, DNS.
The cars seem to be running all right. The thing that I am confused about is why Spiller and Johnson swapped starting spots. That's kind of weird, not something we typically see. If another American stock showed up, I would figure they would have just tapped on that car to the other heat race instead of swapping other things around, but that could be the case. We might have had another race car show up. Lights are out. Miranda Scott is smoking. And we got 2 laps to go.
Here we go. Heat race number 1 for the American Stocks. Continues on. Restart lap 6, 2 to go.
Green flag. Ratcliffe to the inside of Mueller. Battle for the second spot.
I like those brown walls that Mueller has.
Yeah.
Brown wall tires.
That's perfect. White flag in the air for Scott. It's going to be a battle for second between Mueller and Ratcliffe here. Ratcliffe throws it in hard. Mueller working that outside line, carrying the momentum of that big old American stock, and just clipping, nipping the wall.
He got lucky there.
We've seen much worse. Checkered flag for Miranda Scott. Oh, Mueller cuts the wall again. He tried it the first time. He said, that wasn't so bad.
Well, that is a big car. It might be able to move the walls.
Ratcliffe second, Mueller third. Spiller rounds out. The car's running in fourth. And then Johnson has his issue. Tommy, we have 1 heat race to go.
And we got a smoking leader who won the thing. Miranda Scott smoking.
That got worse real bad.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, let me say real quick. That got worse. Heat race number 2, the final heat race of the night for all divisions. Final heat race of the night for the American stocks.
And it'll be Casey Johnson starting herself on the pole to the outside. That'll be Cody Johnson in the 11C machine, or actually just 11.
This isn't fair.
That's not. Then we got another Johnson. That's Tyler Johnson in the number 24, and rounding out the field, the 7 of
Gary Johnson.
Spiller. Gary Johnson.
Tommy, we have 3 Johnsons versus 1 Spiller.
That's not right. I mean,
David versus the Goliaths. So again, I don't know why the swap happened.
He was the one, maybe because he didn't want to put Lonnie in this race for that reason.
Well, Lonnie wasn't going to be in this race.
Very
Spillers
true.
were supposed to be in the race together.
Maybe he wanted to be with the Johnsons.
Maybe he just likes the Johnsons.
I can't blame him.
Me neither. All right, here we go. Let's do this.
As we get ready to go green. Green flags in the air. 8-lap heat race to round out our heat racing action in the American stocks.
Oh boy.
3 wide. Johnson, Spiller. Cody Johnson, your leader.
Tyler Johnson's had a wild year so far.
Yeah, he's been upside down in the victory lane. Battle for the 3rd spot, Spiller and Casey Johnson.
I smell something, Tommy.
Yeah, I smell something burning. Smells something getting hot.
Is that water?
Yeah, it kind of smells like, I'm not sure what it smells like. To be honest, nothing's smoking.
Which is weird for an American stock race.
Yeah, that's a bad sign when it's not smoking, actually.
There we go. Lap 3 on the board, 5 laps to go. Cody Johnson, Tyler Johnson. Casey Johnson is not in 3rd. 4th place for Casey. There's just so many Johnsons.
I don't see anything glowing hot or anything. I'm not sure if it's brakes or motor or transmission or something. You can smell friction though. Oh, Cody Johnson, your leader. And he's looking good. That 11 machine won the heat race last Saturday night out here.
We had an onboard camera on this 11 machine.
And to further your point, exactly what you pointed out, Jeffrey, how there's an issue on the left front of the 11, or the one end of Nicholas Johnson. Cody Johnson's coming to the white flag, but as he goes into turn number 1, look up a little bit, you can see them working on the one end machine in the pits on that left front. So I think you hit the nail right on top of the head.
That's where I was aiming.
That's where you got it. The 11 of Cody Johnson, checkered flag, heat race win, back-to-back here at Bakersfield Speedway last Saturday and this Saturday. 2nd spot goes to Tyler Johnson. 3rd, the 7 of Gary Spiller, and rounding out the field, Casey Johnson in her 26.
Well, Tommy, that's a wrap here on heat races at Bakersfield Speedway. We're going to see how soon we're going to get into racing. But for those that were watching this on YouTube delayed, we want to thank you for watching it here on YouTube. And again, if you're ever interested in tuning in live, lowbudget.tv, that's where you can see all the racing live
and replay.
And replays. And you can contact us. There's a lot of contact info in the description. And we have a Facebook page, Low Budget TV on Facebook. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.